morning and welcome to a day in my life. Taking you to work with me. This is my second vlog back since coming back to freelancing. Good start. The last one was rough, and I know I posted it at the very end of January and I recorded it like January 3rd, so it had been a while. I was super duper struggling with finding what I need to do, want to do, have to do, should do, ought to do, might do. And last week in therapy, talking about my two favorite subjects, the things that come back over and over again: guilt, shame, just what are people thinking about me? Am I doing enough? Probably not. Am I doing the right thing? Definitely not. Could I be doing more? Absolutely. What do I need to do? Everything, all the time. Do it better, do it now. And I was saying, like, especially watching that vlog back, I was like, dear God, I know what's like actually up here. You know, I know what the internal conversation with myself was all day long. And then what actually comes out of my mouth is like 15% of it. And the amount that I beat myself up over not doing the right thing, not doing enough, not doing it at the right time, not doing it in the right way, not doing it well enough, not doing it for the right reasons, not getting the right output. Like, there's just so much like pressure that I put on myself. And I don't even do it for me. I do it like because I think other people are going to think that about me, that I'm preemptively like dealing with whatever impact is going to come out of it. And a big thing that it's turning into right now, besides parenting, because the mom guilt is like so stupidly real, is with this work transition of feeling like I told people that I was quitting teaching because I wasn't making enough money, which is 1,000% true, especially the way that I teach and develop curriculum and take everything like to the highest level I can, because I'm really passionate about it, especially for other people. When there's like a social component, I really want to do like the best I can and the best for the kids. And so then I just go like way too ham. I'm above and beyond stupidly. I had started working on writing stuff at 7, and then I worked from 7 till 10, usually like literally typing my last message and then being like, I have to get in the car, I have to go to work. I would work until the very last second, until my alarm would go off at 4:30 saying you need to leave, and then it would be 4:47 and I'm literally again like, I have to leave, I have to do this last thing. Like, I'm so burnt out because I'm doing all this stuff like to the best of my abilities. And then I look at how much I earned at the end of the month, and it was barely covering like what it costs for him to be in preschool. And that's taking like every waking second of my time, all of my energy, all of my social energy. Oh my God. Because that's just like not, that is all to say, where was I going? Money. Like, I like to feel like the often extra work that I'm putting in is being compensated, and that like the harder I work, the more I will achieve. And in a pretty selfless profession like teaching, there isn't that. And that is one of the ways that I am motivated, is I want to see like the more work I put into something and the more I do, the more I can achieve, the more I get out of it as like a tangible, seeable accomplishment. So again, back to the point, I tell people I quit because I need to make more money, which is true. I felt and still feel, and I'm fighting in myself very strongly, that then if I say that to people, I need to be putting my nose to the grindstone. I have to pedal to the metal, whatever other cliche you want to say. I need to be making money, $5 bajillion. So then who am I to go home and sit on my butt and be lazy and think, actually, I really don't want to work that hard. Maybe I want to relax a little bit. Maybe I don't want to chase every opportunity that I can. Maybe it actually isn't that important to me if I make that much more money. Like, am I allowed to say that? It's like the only way that I could be released from a job that in truth, in reality, was like really just overexerting me. I've done this before. I have taught, I mean, again, in case you don't know, like if you're new or whatever, master's degree educator over here. I started teaching elementary music. I made it through Christmas. I was having panic attacks in my classroom. It was horrible. I was also a very rough Title I school, which is a big part of that. But I was like, literally do not want to, have to get out mid-year, done. And then this teaching job came up, teaching French of all things. Really, it healed a part of me to think that I could teach successfully again, because I really felt like a failure after leaving that first teaching post as elementary music. And I felt like I had come to peace with it enough that I could say, you know, teaching's just not for me, and I found something better, and that this is my choice and I'm at peace with it, it's fine. But in reality, I felt like if I was better and stronger and more dedicated and more resilient, and maybe all those things are true, I don't know, it doesn't matter. But I felt like I could not teach again. And there was several years that even going into a school, I felt so anxious and panicky. When I started French teaching then, it was like rekindling in me that in the right environment, with the right kids, with the right supports, I am good at it. Like, I am good at it. I can say that. But also, then quitting. I did a spring, a full year, and then a winter. And at the end of that winter, when I just knew I needed to leave again, coming to terms with, I can be good at it and I can try really hard, and it still doesn't mean that it's for me. We all say together, back to the point. Can you hear my husband? He just quit there too, which also makes it weird, but he just got an offer to take a job in construction with one of his childhood best friends, and he's about to make substantially more money, which also helps so much with my financial stress and feeling like I have to be the breadwinner and I have to take every opportunity and I have to do all this stuff because if I don't, who will? Did that answer the question? Back to the point. Here's my challenge for myself. Last week in therapy, I was telling my therapist, like, I feel so guilty whenever I'm not making the most productive use of my time at work, especially like with the mom guilt of my son is at preschool. If I don't need the time to work, if I'm not hustling my butt off, if I'm not making use of that time, I feel mom guilt for him being there. Even though logically we have chosen a place that we really like, we feel like there's a lot of social benefits for him being there. He's surrounded by people whose job it is to care for him and to give him enriching opportunities. And all of it makes me feel like I'm a bad mom and I'm doing a bad thing for keeping him there if I'm not doing my work as hard as I have to like, again, rationalize that decision, which is insane. Or maybe it's not, I don't know. Comments are going to tell me, and don't tell me that. Don't tell me. If you have an opinion, don't tell me. Will you comment right now? I have no opinion. Thanks. I'm trying over the next 2 weeks until my next appointment with her, trusting myself to make a smart decision about how to spend my day. If I want to do it, I will. And if I don't want to do it, I won't. And we're going to see at the end of the 2 weeks if everything completely falls apart, my whole life is a mess, and it was a horrible decision. Or, spoiler, this will be what it is. It will be fine. It will literally be fine. And I will, I'm sure, find new little opportunities that are exciting to me, or I will find little projects that I want. I'm sure that everything will get done on time. I will still have the contracts. I will still have little Fiverr opportunities that come up. But like, I don't need to beat myself up. I don't. So, cheers. See you around. On Friday, My kiddo was sick, which is also a weird theme in these vlogs. Anywho, so I have an order today that I need to get done that I was planning to do on Friday. I have a meeting at 9:30, which is about an hour. Just my Monday check-in with one of my clients who I have on contract. We have a monthly minimum contract amount for the month, like that I know for sure that those two clients will be at least this much per month invoiced, which also gives me like more income stability, like peace of mind. And then from there, they can request more work as long as it's within my bandwidth, which PS it always is. So some months are, I mean, double even like what the monthly minimum is. One of my clients is very consistent and it's almost always the exact same amount, which is great. The other client is much more up and down of they'll have a new project that they're like, oh, we need all this stuff. And then they're like, oh, we spent too much money. We need to pull that down a little bit. And then they're like, but we need you for this. That's how that works. So I have two of those clients. My Monday meeting is my favorite because half the time we just chit chat about how was your weekend? Oh, your kid's sick again. And then we're like, so got anything else? Nope. Okay, I'll ping you when it's up. Bye. And it's very easy. Yeah, it's very fun. I like her a lot.
I see that you submitted one of the blog. Oh, you upload the ideas too, the brainstorm ideas too. Let's take a look.
Okay, I have this blog written. It's a jewelry brand blog. Love work with them. I'm on order 18 with this company for years. Love them. They're a gem. And now I need to proofread it. I already proofread it once and then made a bunch of changes. And my rule for myself is that if I make more than 2 changes in what I've written, I need to go back and read the whole thing again because chances are I've made some change that then makes an error. And so unless I get one more good read through on it, it's not ready to go. So I also cannot say the word jewelry very well, and saying gold-filled jewelry is like too much for my mouth, which makes proofreading this surprisingly challenging for my little brain.
Very under wraps, but I will say next Tuesday, there is about to be a huge launch that Fiverr is doing. So please keep your eye on your inbox for information about that.
On, for example, like the delivery time, is that delivery time within the amount of time that was promised for the order? Or is that like comparing that the algorithm sees that people want it within 4 days, but I'm selling it within 7, delivered in 6? That's a negative because people typically are ordering 4 days. Or is it within what I have promised with my buyer specifically?
So it's actually both. Given your like proven track record of success, like I have a very hard time believing they would ever demote you.
All right, I just had my meeting with the Seller Plus. What's that called? Yeah, Fiverr Seller Plus Success Manager. I still hate that you have to pay for it. It's so dumb because they don't tell you stuff. Like you just see, almost fell off my chair. I have been selling on Fiverr since 2013. Since it literally started as everything is $5. Every gig is $5. Every increment is $5, which is why it was called Fiverr. Just, is there not give Fiverr enough thousands of dollars that I can just access the freaking site, like, to let me do what I do? Like, that alone just pisses me off, but I don't need to be upset about it. So, next on my list technically is a blog for my client A. Okay, I don't know if I'll get to that blog or not today. The rest of my week is pretty chill. So you know what? Right now, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna move this over here. and I'm going to move this task. I'm deciding right now I don't want to do it today, and that's fine. Oh, look, it's already up on my computer. I might as well change it over here too. Yay, I'm done with work for the day. Wasn't that easy? My dad's gonna come over in 15 minutes to help troubleshoot our heat pump thing outside. It's like making a weird noise.
Ici, j'ai l'impression de passer plus de temps à pleurer que le contraire. Si ça se trouve, je suis la solution à la pénurie d'eau dans le monde.
I just went for a very nice, very cold walk. So I think I'm gonna just dump all my clips in here for my vlog today. See if I can get just like basic sound color editing clips in the right order situation. And then it's like, it'll almost be time to pick up kiddo from school. He stays there until 5. That's when care ends, and then we do dinner and stuff together. And why do I already feel like I'm like rationalizing leaving him there that long? Because my head says it's there too long, but like, again, proof that I just feel bad about stuff that I don't need to feel bad about. Husband doesn't feel bad about it. Like, he feels great. He's like, leave him there until you literally can't stay there any longer. Like, we're good. But alas, the mom guilt. So I'm gonna do that. Probably the end of this vlog here. I got done some stuff. I got done what I wanted to. So I hope you also had a great day. If not great, then at least good. And if not good, then at least you did it. See ya. Are you just eating cheese in the dark?
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.